JAWS is a workload analytics solution for Tidal Enterprise Scheduler that provides historical, real-time, predictive, and business analytics. And we're going to take a look at exactly how JAWS does all this by taking a tour through the interface and taking a look at the SLA assurance through critical path monitoring, business dashboards, predictive alerting, reporting, and a bunch of other features that make life a lot easier in any workload environment. Now, a quick point, JAWS sits separately from the scheduler itself, just providing analytics. It also provides a historical data repository, which is great for accessing historical run data, but JAWS also uses all of this history to provide heuristics, analytics, prediction, forecasting for the schedule. So one of the really important concepts to cover right off the bat is automatic job stream aggregation. It's where a lot of JAWS functionality comes from, and it's a little bit different than the way some users currently look at workload. Users typically manage their schedule in a job-by-job or job group fashion, and within JAWS you simply identify a target job or a deliverable, an endpoint, or what we refer to in JAWS as a target job, and JAWS will automatically swim upstream and bring in every job that could potentially affect the successful completion of that target job. It does so automatically, without the potential for human error, and without the need to go and update these definitions if they change. So not only does JAWS aggregate this job stream automatically, it also keeps up with it dynamically. And in this case, you can see that if Market Price New York is the target job, we've brought in job groups that are upstream, as well as all of the contents of that job group, including nested job groups. But let's take a step back and talk about what we're looking at in this screen in its entirety. We're at the Analysis tab right now. This is a great place to look at historical job runs. And we can pick any job run date of this job stream and go back and look exactly how that job stream performed on that particular date. We see all of the job durations in this Gantt chart. We can see all of the jobs listed out. We can even see the remote machines that this job stream uses, and we can see the utilization of those remote machines as charted out here in the upper portion of the screen. On the left, we've got a bunch of different job streams listed out here, and they're placed into business areas. Business areas are a great way to organize job streams. They're also a great way to roll the product out to users who may need visibility into particular applications, but not every single job stream in the batch. For example, if I'm a application developer in the finance business area, I may just want to see my finance job streams and not have to look at all of the other job streams that comprise the rest of the batch. These business areas are just designed to be as flexible as possible, and they're logical buckets into which you can place your job streams. Notice I clicked on eBox and we brought in a much larger, more complex job stream. It's still manageable to look at here from this interface because we're seeing it in that Gantt chart, and job groups are collapsible, and I can see the contents of their jobs here, and I can see exactly how it ran on this particular night, but I can also compare it to its average duration, which is this dotted blue line, as well as its late time. Any job stream can now be managed from an SLA perspective by assigning it a late time, and we can then monitor, report, and manage our job streams in accordance to their SLAs. With that, let's take a look at the business area dashboard. Here's where we can take an overall look at our environment and see how our job streams are performing in comparison to our standards and to our SLAs. In this case, I'm looking at the whole bank. We're drilled down into the application groups, and you'll notice the same business areas as we looked at in the previous analysis screen. If I go up a little higher, you can see I can group that by geography. I can group that however I'd like. And in this case, I'm going to drill down and we can look at our recently completed job streams, see whether they were early, on time, or late. Our currently running job streams that are early, on time, late, or even not predicted to finish. Now, it's important to remember that these running job streams are predicted status. So I'm getting this information ahead of time, and I'm able to be proactive rather than reactive in responding to the batch. I also have my forecasted job streams. So this is a great way to get a green, yellow, red view into the status of my applications, even if they haven't begun running yet. So here I'm showing job streams that are forecasted to start in the next 12 hours, but this can be 48, 72 hours in advance. I can receive notification that something may be wrong with one of my job streams. Now, as far as my currently running job streams go, it looks like I've got one that's predicted to be early, one that's predicted to be on time, and one that's not predicted to finish at all. So let's take a look in the monitoring tab and see what job streams I have running and what their statuses are, and what I can do about that. For the most part, I'm doing okay, and as you can see just by this job stream just making its way into the monitoring tab and now being just within 2% complete, this is a real-time view, and this view changes and is populated by real-time data that's coming in from Tidal. I have 3 job streams that are predicted to be early. I have 1 job stream that's predicted to be late. It's 88% complete, so it hasn't completed again. These are not reactive, these are proactive alerts to managing the job stream. Now, I do have a job stream that is not predicted to finish. You'll notice I'm getting an alert that this job stream is not predicted to finish as well. And if I follow these alerts, I can get root cause analysis for why this job stream is not predicted to finish. In this case, we have a job that's timed out. So this view can be incredibly useful for operations who need guided resolution to issues that are going on in the batch. It can be useful for developers, managers, anyone that wants to see what the overall health is of currently running job streams or recently completed applications. This job stream that's running late, I can take a look at its Gantt chart. I can see in this case, its average end time is actually later than its assigned late time. Now that we've taken a look at the business area dashboard and the monitoring tab, let's go back a little bit to the analysis tab. If we take a look at this job stream here, we can see not only are we correlating the use of the remote machines to the running of the jobs within this job stream, we can also see the resources that each one of these jobs uses. And of course, we can see dependencies up and downstream through this job stream. And I can also see what resource is associated with any particular job simply by clicking on it, and thereby knowing if perhaps it's waiting for a resource in order for to start, if I have any delay associated with that, and optimize the design, again, of my job streams. We provide a great way to get into data on individual jobs so that you can troubleshoot either issues with their design, dependencies, or just look into their run data or job properties. All of this is available, of course, just with a right click directly onto any job within the environment, and I can even navigate through my list of jobs here and have that reflected within my job properties dialog, giving me definitional data as well as run data. Reporting within JAWS is designed to be as flexible and easy to use as possible. And we've got reports all the way from job stream summary and SLA reports down to termination status for individual jobs. And if we take a look at some of the reports that JAWS provides, you can see that we easily chart out job stream runs as compared to their SLA, here indicated by this red line, and this scatter graph showing the duration of the job stream on any given night. We have processing load reports letting you know how heavily you're utilizing your resources at any given time in the batch, and sophisticated reporting like trending to let you get ahead of the curve if jobs are trending their way into the critical path. We have termination status reports letting you find jobs that are completing abnormally or canceled, timing out. And as I mentioned, these reports are designed to just be as flexible and easy to create as possible, letting you filter down on whatever criteria you'd like to see about either your job streams as a whole or your individual jobs. So having taken a look at our business area dashboard, which lets you get performance analytics for your job streams, be proactive in managing your SLAs and letting you know the status of completed, running, and forecasted job streams, as well as taking a look at monitoring, which lets you drill in further and allows you to get predictive alerts when job streams are in danger of missing their SLA or not completing, as well as your historical analysis tab that lets you go back to any historical run date and visually analyze your job streams. Hopefully this provides a brief introduction to JAWS for Tidal Enterprise Scheduler and shows how our customers are using it to reduce the risk of missing SLAs, increase the efficiency in finding out the information that they need from their batch, raising the level of service they're able to provide back to the business, and aligning the workload process to the business itself through associating job streams to their SLAs and to the business groups to which they affect.